We are back, guys. We are back. Been a while, Crocodile, but we are back. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Court or a podcast. My name is Tabby Court. Woo! So, guys, welcome. It's been a while. And you know what? I thought the time is now to come back on, do an episode like this, as much as I've got some episodes coming up, guys, with other people, with all the amazing things that they do. I thought it'd be really useful if I just come on and do an episode of my own before we roll out the episodes. And just kind of speak on, because the last episodes that I have done has been me talking about my journey. So I thought, you know what, I'll just kind of give a bit of an update as well, because when we really look back on it, think about it, when I first did this podcast, guys, it came from my own personal change. Do you know what I mean? So when I first started it, like I have been recently, even with this break I've been on, well, not so much a break, just a break from like socials, online, all that activity. There's been stuff still happening, going on. But I've definitely done some more self-reflection. Do you know what I mean? The time that I did have available to like put it out on social media, all that jazz, keep up with that. I kind of utilized that time and used it more on inward on me. And I definitely felt it was needed, and yeah, definitely needed. Overcome a lot, guys, because this is what I've realized as well. So as much as we're on these positive journeys, there are challenges that we're going to face along the way. So yeah, so much to update you on, guys, and I just can't wait. But first of all, let me explain my background, man. So it's not a hostage situation, although it may possibly look like it with my background. So I do want to reassure people that it's not a hostage situation. Okay. But it's just whilst we're sorting that transition. This is what I mean, guys. So much has been going on. I thought it'd be good to give you a bit of an update, just to kind of changing where we are, where we're setting out the podcast going forward. Just temporarily, obviously, it keeps changing and evolving, getting better. I hope with my skills as well. Even that we're going to touch on. But yeah, where it's going with the progress of the podcast in itself and where I want it to go. Like I said, guys, when I first listened to it back in the day when I started it up, it was going through my own changes, and I just put it out there because of the changes I made. I was just so excited, like I was setting up my business. That's what I mean. I had loads going on. I was so excited, and I just wanted to kind of voice what I had going on, the changes I'd made, all that I was doing, like even the podcast itself was so new to me. And it is still. So as much as I'm celebrating, embracing, and seeing the growth in it and improvement in my skills that I'm really proud of. But I must admit, there's so much more to do, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm in the very early days. So as much as I'm proud of my editing skills as well, there's a lot of work still to do. So I do apologise if in the past, or even to a guest that has been on, and your episodes, the editing's not been great. I do apologise. But I am growing and evolving and improving as I go along. So, wow, if you were to come on again, any previous guests, then you'll get better quality. And that's what it's all about. But yeah, so I thought it has been a while. I thought I'll just come on and just explain a few things going forward, just the exciting things happening, just check in as well with others, those listening, watching, those that are listening, watching. Just thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, that's if you're here for that support. Do you know what I mean? Like I mentioned last time, if the monitoring spirits, then all good in the hood as well. We're all good with that type of energy because it's all about alchemizing, right? But yeah, so just to give you an update as well of my course, guys, because where I left it on my previous episodes, I was studying. That has come to an end. But what I have been doing now is just spending that time as well on my self-practice hours, putting the practice in. So what all the wisdom, the guidance, the teachings that I've gained from my amazing teacher. Like honestly, even now into the course, guys, I feel like I miss that presence, that guidance. So it is exciting as well that we're going to continue our relationship going forward. Like I honestly see her as one of my spiritual teachers out here, one of my guides to help me look at things that she's taught me so much. And even classmates in the class, guys, they were so knowledgeable on their stuff. They came with so many skills and wisdom that I learned so much from them. So, like I said, it's all about energy going forward because if that was part of my change as well, like I touched on it a bit in previous episodes. But guys, I access something, and this is what I speak to my teacher about as well. Because, like I said, the course has ended, so I'm going through a bit of a break where what we've been attuned to now, what we've kind of been guided to learn, and now help others with. Obviously, after putting in those hours, it's almost like you're going through that period of like you've done that training now, spread your wings and fly and go out there on your own. So I'm kind of going through that period at the moment. So as much as that's what it's all about, right? gaining these tools, learning your own guidance. And that's all it is, just gaining guidance, knowledge, wisdom from others, and doing what you want with it, and how it helps you. So, and it has helped me massively because, like I said, the personal changes that I went through back in the day when I made these changes, there were a lot of things that I kind of tapped into and questioned. Because, like I said, guys, I felt like I hit my rock bottom. But prior to that, there were a lot of stop starts where I would say I was going to make the changes, but I didn't. For some reason, I'd reached that point where I just knew like something had flicked and switched in my mind where I just knew. So I know a lot of us say praying 100%. Um, it's all about that. Do you know what I mean? There's so much power in prayer. It's all about that. Thank you, God, for everything. And I genuinely mean it when I say it. I do often say it out loud in conversation to people, even now on the podcast. But I genuinely mean it, guys. So as much as I'm making these changes as well, ultimately, this is God's work. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I tapped into something that I can't explain, something that I've tapped into that I'd never tapped into before. And I'm talking about on a conscious level. Something like switched up in my mind that I knew I could do it. All of a sudden, I just knew I could do it. And it was just amazing. And all of a sudden, I just felt just this embrace of trust around me, within me, above me, below me, all that. And it was more of a guidance. I feel like as well, it's soul guidance. And now that I've done this course as well, it's very aligned to what I went through. And now I've been given like an explanation of what it actually was. So I feel so excited to share that going forward as well. And also just feeling more aligned because, like I said, a lot of my path was, guys, being in the wrong job, career for a long time. So as much as I appreciate and embrace that I'm a midwife and I did all that training on my career, how it has been so far. And do you know what I mean? Now that I'm focusing more on my business, and this is what I feel more aligned to do. But it's utilizing those skills that I learned, those greatest experiences, is been part of building what I do now. So it's just amazing to go through all those changes and feeling so aligned with what I do. And I've never felt so confident in delivering something so much. Like when I look back on all workplaces I've been with, like pre-midwifery as well, and all that training, all the jobs I've been in, types of environments I've been in, now to be so confident in what you do and love what you do. It's just amazing that you want to learn so much more, guys. That's what I've learned as well from studying and doing my course. My knowledge on all this, although my knowledge is there, I feel like I'm very skilled in what I do. Do you know what I mean? Because I think I practice it and apply it into my own life. I'm very good then at advising and encouraging, empowering, and guiding that next person. So then it comes naturally. So it's crazy. I just love it. Like, seriously. So, yeah, as much as I'm out here celebrating that and all that jazz, positives to it, of course. But, guys, let's be real. There have been a lot of bloody challenges along the way. As I wanted to do this episode to speak on that as well, just be realistic about it. But as much as we go through those challenges, it's really important to focus on those wins, and really that's what it's all about. Challenges are going to come and go. So, guys, it has been quite a bloody break, man. Longer than expected, but very much needed, and so much has come from it. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes anyway, what I was creating now that I've kind of enhanced my skills, my own knowledge, learned so much stuff as well, guys, that I can apply into my own life. So I mentioned before that I was studying. That has now come to the end with what I was studying. Now that you've kind of been attuned to it, you're doing your own self-practice hours, now shaping it to what you've learned, what you want to kind of pass on, and how you want to guide clients going forward with these new offerings, and how you want to expand reach, extend it out there. Because, like I said, a lot of what I learned with this course, with the wisdom, the guidance from our teacher as well, she is beautiful. A big part of my life, guys, has been this past, over a year doing the course and learning so much and going through my own personal journey. It's answered a lot of questions. Like I say in my podcast, it was very non-physical, the push that I felt that encouraged me to make these changes. So it was looking into that and now gaining clarity on a lot of things. So it's very much needed on my personal path. And like I said as well, so I did that original course, finished that, got in my self-practice hours. Also, I extended my studying. So I gained further knowledge and wisdom from my teacher, like looked into further deep meditation just knowledge and guidance and studying and learning about that deeper, more intuitive guidance. Do you know what I mean? Soul's guidance, guys, that inner guidance, your gut feeling, that type of feeling, your intuition. Yeah, it's about having discernment and trusting in that because that's your soul guidance. I believe anyway. This is my beliefs, guys, with what I offer, with what I kind of study, apply to my own life, my beliefs. Very individual to me. You've got to be on that vibration to get it. And those that don't, that's all good as well. Like I always say in my episodes, guys, it's about that. There's no pressure for anyone to change if they have to change. It's not about that. And this is what the course has taught me as well. As much as I mentioned as well, just to break it down, because there's so many buzzwords out here, man. I'm even getting overwhelmed about it. Do you know what I mean? And people would consider me to be in that type of field. But I'm with you on that side, guys. Like, it's just too much. It's like buzzwords, all that jazz. You know what I mean? But it's just like, let's get back to basics. So without the fluff and turns and all that, all it means is, guys, what we've been conditioned, what we've learned along the way, that's kind of taken us away. Life in itself, life experiences, our upbringings, what we've been conditioned to think, that could kind of consume us. So we're out here a different version of ourselves because we don't know ourselves, because we've been told how to think, how to be. This is what your personality is. This is you. You're that type. Do you know what I mean? So we're conditioned to think that we're this type of person. But there's always that inner thought you have, like that intuition guidance that you feel, or you don't feel aligned. And what that means is where you just don't feel yourself in the way where it's your true self. So stripping away all of that, healing, getting over your shit, guys. Like I've mentioned in many episodes before, it's about confronting yourself, getting over your shit, and conditioning who you think you are, because you know you're not that version. You know in yourself, like everyone's got their own individual thoughts to how they think towards themselves, to how they're looking at their own life, to the outcome even of their own lives. They're looking back, thinking on decisions that could have made, if we made this choice, if we made that decision, life could have been, would have been, should have been like that. You're looking at life about taking it back to when you were younger. Sometimes that's the only time where people have felt aligned with themselves before life took over. Do you know what I mean? But it's not to even feel bad on yourself, look down on yourself in that way. Like it happens to us all. So just note that. It's very common, it's very normal to feel like that. But all that means is that your soul nudging you to kind of make some changes in your life, just to feel better, just to help improve the way you're thinking towards yourself, the way you're thinking towards life, type of relationships, the habits you may be carrying out. Just to help you improve that, improve your health, because how you're feeling and thinking towards yourself, emotion you're carrying, that's serving you no purpose, guys, that can be manifested physically and resulting in illness, symptoms, lack of energy, poor mindset, poor outlook to life, not great relationships. You're not really fully embracing life. You're not feeling fulfilled. So if you're feeling like that, guys, it's then stripping that and becoming that true self of you that you have felt throughout your life, and you kind of lose it because life takes over in the way it bloody does. But it's about overcoming that. It's just aligning with you, taking small steps, guys, being surrounded by that bright energy, those right people. Very important, guys. I've highlighted it before, I've raised it before, but it's very important because it's all about the energy. We emit a electromagnetic field around us, energy, guys. The scientific evidence, proof, guys. People are needing that. Do you know what I mean? To really trust in it. And you have that inner conflict with yourself where you're out here putting on front, and you know you are. You're coming home from environments feeling drained, knowing that you're not in the right spaces, knowing that you weren't yourself the whole time, you're carrying a mask, a facade. So it's coming home drained from that, absorbing people's energy that you don't need to be in. But again, as well, like I've voiced on previous episodes, do your research, do your homework. So whatever you've been told, whatever professional support you're getting, whatever social support you get, whatever advice, guidance you're being given, guys, do your own research and homework as well. See if it aligns with you. Like I said, it's very much trial and error, but you will get there. You will find that right space. It's all about vibrating. As much as we say about community, coming together, find your tribe, it's very important to be on that vibration. Because you can be in a group setting, but that may not be the group for you guys. So it's not forcing yourself in spaces. It's being on the right vibration with the right people, having the same values, having the same, aligning with the same goals, aligning with the same outlook on life, aligning with the same outlook to exercise, to health, to fitness. They're working on their body. They're doing that inner work. They're out here helping others, encouraging, inspiring. Another thing I've noticed, guys, we're needing more positive role models out here. Not joke, like this is serious. It's like the Wild West. I just think it's a beautiful world out here. Beautiful. Society in itself ain't great. Really ain't great. Like, let's be real. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like it is very much. People are awakening to that and they want better. And people are coming through better with kindness. It's all about that. People have realized we only have each other out here, guys. So let's support one another better. Let's kind of put our differences to the side. Let's not create or be fooled by the division, chaos that's trying to be created out here. Come together better more. Let's drop that. We're out here on this beautiful rock at the same time, guys. It's about coming together. Those that want to, that are all about that, wanting to change and improve, uplift themselves, find themselves, reconnect with themselves, and be around spaces where people are going to support that growth and want that for themselves as well. Uplift. When we uplift ourselves like that on a conscious level, guys, naturally we're helping this beautiful rock vibrate better. It's all about that Earth's resonance, ascending, reaching your higher self that doesn't have the wounds, that hasn't gone through pain and suffering, that isn't needing that healing, because that's all it is. And your higher self is that soul version of you, that true version of you that's out here living it large, man. It's just up to us to kind of reach that frequency, match that. But with life's challenges, how we even enter the world, how what is instilled in us, what's conditioned in us, that takes a lot of time to confront, overcome many emotions you're dealing with. Because, like I said, it's very much a battle, a journey between yourself. It's between three of you, me, myself, and I. It's like that with everybody, guys, because I've noticed that what you go through, it just comes through in its own way, like the struggles, the hardships, feelings we get, we kind of look down on ourselves, our rock bottoms that we hit, holding our emotion in, living life with sadness, regret, anger, shame, guilt. You don't want to face it. Do you know what I mean? That is between ourselves. So it's finding that courage and stepping into doing that. As painful as it is and as how scared you may feel, guys, you got to do it scared even. But just trust in yourself and trust that the answer, what you're looking for, that feeling at peace, is going to be found there. But like I said, it does take a lot of confronting yourself. And I mentioned before, like a lot of people don't want to do that. Like ego holds them back. They blame themselves. Even that, guys, people feel so ashamed. They blame themselves so much that they don't want to access that part of themselves because they feel so bad to that version of themselves, like their younger selves even. There's things that have happened to people in their childhood, in their upbringing, where they feel like in this grown age, they feel like they've kind of let down their younger self. So it's very sad. It's very sad. So a lot of that is stopping people from accessing that point where they have to reach for their own self. And just know wherever you are, that version of you, your younger self, is always going to be proud of you because you've carried it to this next stage. Do you know what I mean, guys? So I hope that's resonated and to anybody out there listening, watching. And just know if you're carrying those feelings, feeling those thoughts towards facing yourself in that way, facing your younger self, then have no fear, guys. Just step into it and take that first step and just know that you've got you. Your higher self has you, your younger self has you, and your current self has you. So those that get it will get it. But there is truth to what I'm saying, guys. And this is what I'm going to expand on more going forward with what I've kind of studied. But I thought I just wanted to do a quick intro. One, it's bloody hot out here. The weather's temperature, we're going through the heat wave. So I want to try and keep it as brief as I can, knowing me, it may not be brief. I just wanted to kind of put it out there. Like I said, I've kind of been on such a passage journey myself, guys, through the changes that I made, continue to do so, the progress I've made, like feeling more myself, struggles, like even what I've just touched on there about upbringing, childhood, emotions, all this, anything along the way as well, things that happen to us, circumstances, things as well that we look back on now in our current state and we think, shit, I had a choice back then. I didn't realize I could do something. Do you almost feel that guilt? Do you know what I mean? You almost feel embarrassed, you feel stupid even. Just think, oh, bloody hell, the whole time. But like I said, that can be quite painful for people. And that can kind of stay in people's mind. And they have these running thoughts, and these thoughts will run, take over. Overcoming that, guys, and realizing those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, anything that you went through, any experience, anything, it's not you. Do you know what I mean? And you really can improve that feeling. Don't feel like you've let yourself down at all. So, as much as I've been away studying, I've been doing that work on myself because it's all about that. in order to help that next person on their healing path, guide them, you have to have done that work yourself. And I'm very glad as well that course as well, my teacher as well, has confirmed that for me through the wisdom, or the knowledge and guidance, source culture, that I've learned so much with the history, ancient wisdom, guys. I've learned so much. Like I said, there's so much to bloody learn out here. It is endless. And I'm just the tip of the iceberg. If that, so much to do with this kind of way of thinking, these kind of practices, ancient wisdom when it comes to finding the answer within, healing ourselves. So you've got to be able to have healed yourself, done that inner work yourself to truly give that next person. So like I said, this course as well has confirmed what true spirituality is, which is amazing. And even with that, guys, the whole buzzword switch out here, I'm not even going to lead with that either. So it's just about raising that true spirituality is that inner work. It's not just about giving you a one-off session of practice, a healing practice, and that's it, off on your merry way. Not at all. There's other things that you need to be able to do yourself that you're in control of that will help raise that vibration. So as much as what I do with energy clearing, aura, Reiki, guys, like I said, I'm going to speak more on it going forward. I have also done a further course in Akashic Records. So I'm not going to go into it too much now, but it's just to give you a bit of an overview of what I've been studying, like chakras and all that. So much I've learned that, like I said, I'm using now, utilizing one in my own life to help my own healing path and get me to that kind of state place where I want to be, the improvements that I've made. And what I've noticed is what I was kind of practicing, that type of living, like watching what you consume, raising your vibration by consuming positive content. So as much as I say as well, diet is all about your overall diet, as in what you're consuming through food, what you're consuming through music, what you're consuming through content, visuals, what you're watching on the screen, what is absorbing your energy like that, what are you observing, what is absorbing. So a lot of the stuff we watch, we consume, you have to be very mindful of it and make sure that it's uplifting you, getting you on that better state, that vibration. It's making you feel better. And you'll know that as well, what you're consuming, how it makes you feel. To be very mindful of what you consume. Because how you then feel is how you're going to vibrate and attract. So yeah, I will explain that all going forward. I think I'm going to dedicate a episode specifically on energy, vibration, frequency, raising your vibration going forward, energy, aura, cleansing, how we could protect it. Not too much because it's not about that. The whole point of the podcast is sharing with others, people coming together, sharing stories, guys. So whether that's their business they've come on to share, their organization, the amazing things that they do, their companies, all that jazz, their groups. It's also sharing their story on a human level as well. So as much as we have our businesses, what we showcase here, our message that we want to kind of spread and extend and share, put it out there to help elevate, support, and help that next person. It's all about that. It's also learning about the person behind that, guy. It's very important, like I said, raising the awareness, highlighting to you, which I do always emphasize and reinforce. Find that right space and also access the right service for you. So I love as well the people that we're bringing on, amazing people, they're helping so many people. But it's also learning about the person that they are on that human level. And I think that's very important going forward. And I think that's what people are missing as well. That's what I've witnessed as well, and I've seen and I've experienced. People are in spaces where they're not really accessing that true support for them to help bring on that growth, to help them be vulnerable enough to voice their concerns. Like I said, out here, guys, people are holding a lot of emotion. They're not in safe spaces to be able to really put it out there how they're feeling and what they want from their life and looking for that support. People to really support them, not mock them, not tell them what they should be doing. They want someone to really listen. They want to be heard. They want to be seen. They want to be understood. They want to feel like they're being listened to. Yeah. And it's really important. So I've seen people sat in spaces, and ask yourself as well, guys, from what the current space, the social settings you're in, the groups you're accessing, the services you're accessing, what growth are you seeing in yourself? Are you getting that healing? Are you feeling improvements in yourself? Like, what was the reason why you accessed it in the first place? Are you seeing that improvement? You've got to really be aligned with yourself and what you're getting from what you're accessing, the spaces that you're around, the people's energy. Are you gaining from it? Is it helping you elevate, making you feel good? Are you coming back drained, annoyed? People aren't treating you with respect. So are you seeing that growth in yourself? So do a bit of an audit on things that you're accessing, what you do want to access. Are you seeing growth from it from yourself? Like look at yourself from however long you've been in that support, accessing it. Are you seeing improvements? So really monitor that, guys, and really be aware of how you're feeling from certain environments when you get back from them. Are you feeling drained? Are you feeling uplifted? Really be mindful of that and then push to be in spaces where you are feeling more uplifted, where you are able to share your concerns, voice how you feel. You want to push yourself, you've got a goal, you've got even like a hobby you want to try, an experience. You want to kind of speak on your passion, your hobbies. Some people aren't in the right spaces to even express what they enjoy to do, just following the crowd, going with what other people want to do. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Like, seriously, your life is here for you to enjoy and experience as well. What brings you joy? Laughter, fun, excitement. Be in those spaces around that. Be around people that are going to bring you that. Seriously, like, really be around places where people are supporting you and encouraging that growth in you. That's what it's all about, guys. And you have every right to do that. And it is all about that. When you're finding you're in control of the support you're accessing, then do it. Don't feel bad. You don't owe anything to anyone in that sense. You owe it to yourself to have a good time, to leave somewhere feeling uplifted, inspired, really proud of yourself. You've been celebrated, you've been embraced. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you're in spaces like that and around people like that, guys, because it is about that. And there are people around you. You will attract people that are about that. Don't force yourself or sit in situations and feel pressure just to be in certain situations, just to be like not lonely or have company, guys. Like seriously, trust in your own space as well. Get used to your own company whilst you're in a trial and error mode. So yeah, really do an audit of what you're accessing, guys. And this is why I do want to show that side to people, human side to people, because that's what it's all about, guys, human connection. And I love that. Put aside what we do and all that jazz skills, what we can offer to people, what we offer as in a business, message we're trying to put out there. Put that all to a side and just how are you doing as a human? Give us some advice, life guidance. Like, what have you learned along the way of your life journey? It's about connecting like that. People that have gone through their hardships, their adversities, their challenges, how they've overcome them, how they're now pushing others. They've created spaces, it's pushed them out of their comfort zone to even do what they're doing now, live in that better, happier state because of challenges, and they're happy to discuss it, their personal journeys, to push that next person, to reassure them, to resonate with them, to let people know out there possibly struggling right now or going through challenges that you're not alone, guys. That people, we're going through our shit, guys. So it's all about coming together and supporting one another with it. And no one's perfect out here, like me my bloody self included, man. Don't claim that. Who does out here? People should be either, because nobody is. We're continuously on that learning path, healing, growing from something, evolving. And when we say evolving, growing into something, it's not an advanced version of us. It's that true version of us that had been there the whole time. It's always been there. But we kind of lose it along the way, right? So it's undoing that and finding out who you truly are. Like I said, guys, you go on quite an adventure because you're learning about yourself. So yeah, and this is as well I wanted to highlight because I'm speaking on my experiences, guys, the change that I made. I was approaching 40. Even when I started my podcast, I was on about a fitness journey, which is still on, like I said. That's forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. But that whole fitness journey is, but I'm very specific with where I want to go, my goals, and that's just personal to me. And I must admit, when I spoke about how I've got to bloody be patient out here, I've learned that as well on my fitness journey. And I'm not going to feel bad about it because when I listen back to my podcast when I first originally did it, I was approaching 40, like I said, putting it out there, the change that I made, like core I was creating it, trying to encourage and lift that next person. I was approaching 40 years. So it was about kind of putting myself, how naive I must look now. The more I've gained a bit of knowledge, like in this health and like fitness field and where I want to go in my goals, I was very bloody naive to set a goal of 12 weeks, but it wasn't anything specific. It's not like I was going out there to kind of do bloody competition or anything like that. It was just to kind of gain that knowledge. I did think I'd kind of gain more definition, but that bloody hell, guys, it takes time. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't able to achieve it in the way I wanted to. But that is as well, like how I voiced it back there, as much as I was going through bloody challenges, that didn't help back then. But it was also wasn't really realistic. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Curtis kind of reminds me along the way as well with my training, where I want to go with it, my goals. I've got to be a bit more realistic and go easier on myself as well. To find as well, then I don't want to get into that whole mode of being pressured, like comparing myself to anyone else's fitness journey. And I spoke to quite a few people that are doing that on their own journey, comparing it to other people. We should be doing that, guys. It's not about that. Your own journey is individual to you. Like I voiced my fitness journey, there is a lot happening to happen with that going forward. But like I said, my fitness journey as well, where I am now at bloody 43, guys, with my fitness, my whole relationship with fitness, nutrition even, and where I am now at 40 bloody 3, to finally got it, to be more in sync with my body and to know how to get there, to be now in the spaces, be connected with people that are going to help me on my path going forward, are helping me, i.e. Curtie, shout out Curtie, but further going forward. It's just amazing. But I have to be, I have as well. I've felt very paranoid, I'll be honest, about the time I'm taking, thinking, oh, bloody hell. When I first did my podcast, I was saying about 12 weeks, guys, this, that. Like, when you hear me, I sound so naive as well. Plus, I don't know. I don't know how I come across, but yeah, there's a lot going on. Like I said, changes as well. So I couldn't stick to it as much as I wanted to. And that's the reality of it. Do you know what I mean? We have relapses. Not like I'm out here looking like or anything, or I've kind of just, you don't recognize me. Like I said, it's a lifestyle. So I continuously work, have movement. Fitness is part of my daily lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about gaining those skills. Like I said, it's a lifestyle to help improve quality of this beautiful vessel as we age. So yeah, it's making improvements on that. But it's also my own personal goals, which I'm working on, but which I thought would come sooner. But then when I think about all that I'm going through, all that I've gone through at the time, setting up a business, guys, transitioning, changing careers, like going through life challenges, experiences, like decisions and changes going forward. Do you know what I mean? So new versions of yourself, challenges, personal, work, business, relationships, all that jazz. Life in itself, hormonal even, shifts as you get older, aligning with yourself, all my own personal changes that I made. So with all that going on, I know as well, now going forward with what I have planned with my fitness and the way I want to do it, and it's specific to me, I just want to kind of, I've got my own personal goals with my fitness, as much as it's now part of my everyday life. I've now adopted that, been able to do that, help clients as well do the same, just kind of bring some movement into their life, into their daily life, into their lifestyle for health reasons, to live that healthy lifestyle. It's also your own personal journey, which everyone will have. Do you know what I mean? Especially women. So it's to reassure women out there as well. Like, I've had conversations with women that are looking at their journey or their progress or how long it's taken. I've been like that. I've looked at that. I've had relapse. It's very normal in every field, in every aspect of things that you do and any goal that you've placed, anything that you're working on. You're going to have those types of challenges. You're going to have relapses when you do kind of slip up. But it's all good. But you've gained those skills now to get you back on track. Because before, imagine you probably would have stayed on that, not believed in yourself, trusted in yourself, thought it was one of those another stop start moments. So it's about that as well, guys, and just reassuring that next person. So I'm putting it out there as well. Anybody listening, watching, if you're on your fitness journey, and you're facing kind of delays, do you know what I mean? How I said I've had to be patient, and the results that I wanted to see much sooner. But I didn't know I was going to be carrying all that I am going forward, doing what I'm doing, how I've kind of expanded my podcast. So collaborating more with people, connecting, being out there in the community, which I'm loving, clients as well, working one to one. I've now opened it up as inclusive to all, so men and women, as much as I have my women-centered specific services and offerings due to life experiences, my whole history with my work, background qualifications and all that jazz. I'm also now opened it up where I'm now working with men, which is amazing because you're learning so much on that aspect as well, guys. As much as women with our own life experiences, I'm learning so much from men and their experiences. But honestly, it's just been amazing. And it's helped me as well then. I'm gaining that knowledge, that wisdom as well to help me then go forward with how I deal with my clients, whether it's men now, women, yeah, so it's amazing. So everybody's instrumental to it, guys. So anybody that has supported Core Aura going forward, like any clients that have come through, people that have been now working with going forward, just thank you. It's been a beautiful experiences, and I'm learning so much. So just I hope I'm helping you, guiding you in that way. I'm just learning so much from you as well. So just many, many thanks to those that have come through in that way. Yeah, even with core aura guys, with what I do, my business and all that going forward. So rather than don't eat your head with it, overwhelm you, I'll just refer you to the website to learn more about what I do with further offerings now, my services, what it is I do as core aura, how I help clients reconnect with themselves. So whether that's through practical tools, whether that's through our holistic therapies or intuitive guidance, yeah, I help clients one to one, or we do have a group program as well that's available. But yeah, to find out more about Core Aura, I won't eat your head with it. I won't sell it too much. Visit our website, so www.coreaura. Oh, bloody hell, missed it. www.coreaura.co.uk. And you'll find out more information on the work that I do, so whether it's on the community or my individual client work, my services, how I can help you guys, maybe. You can find out more information on there. Woo! Yeah, guys, so it has been quite a break, but I did just want to voice a few things. Like I said, so as much as amazing things have happened out here, there have been massive, massive challenges. So yeah, so a lot of, like I said, so it is a journey of you learning about yourself. And I find as well with the course that I've done, further work that I'm doing on myself, because that never ends, does it? Your own personal journey, your personal growth journey, that changes. You have your own way of what you want out of life, what you want to create out of life. Yeah, so it's made me embrace it. It's just exciting to talk about going forward. So many amazing things, so many great things to announce as well going forward. Like the opportunities that have come my way and people I've met, experiences I've had when I'm going like with my business, just yeah, just amazing things to announce going forward. Truly grateful. And that's what it is all about as well, guys. Through all those trials and tribulations, just know that better times will come for you no matter what. And even through those trials and tribulations, the challenges, no matter how hard they are, it can be hard. They are going to be hard. You are going to feel like shit. Just stay strong, stay on it. It's all about staying in that vibration, staying uplifted, staying in that higher, happier, uplifting mindset, remaining in that Jagdgala, right? Those that don't know, that's used in Sikh philosophy. Through hardships, challenges, always remain in that happy state, that beautiful state, guys. Just keep that vibration high. Like I said, guys, let's be real. So, as much as beautiful stuff has been happening, I did just want to get real because I think that's what it is now going forward. I'm now going to do that, be more real about the whole journey process itself, not kind of eat your head with my journey. It's not about me. It's not about me as an individual, not about any of our journey like that. Of course, we're using it to uplift and push you in that way. But it's really getting you to hopefully ignite something in you. It's going to make you do that same switch, flip in your mind. Oh, or push you to know that you can do it. So just to put it out there as well, to guys listening, watching, if anyone is interested, want to share their journey, I'm all about that. People for the people, guys, coming together like this. The way the world is at the moment, people, society, hating, a lot of that. Time is now to spread that badass love. That's the most powerful emotion we can really hold, honestly, guys. And it is all about that. And I don't want to sound all getting woo woo out here, which is the term people use. And I really don't know what that's all about, what that even means, because it's all truth in this, guys. Look it up. It's all in ancient first texts, first scriptures that ever existed, that are known in history. Talk of this. Talk of this inner thing, something in us, this inner consciousness that we can access, can tap into, the non-physical. We rely too much and focus too much on the physical realm. That is all part of it, right? That is part of when people say about the matrix, that is that true matrix we're talking about, that physical side to it. And looking at your results and what you see in front of you, relying on your five senses. But do know there's a lot more senses than that, guys. Don't be relying on that too much. Shout out to Bob Proctor. He, as well as another one of my spiritual teachers out here, he's no longer with us in that physical sense. But his books, which I'm going to do an episode on that as well, guys. Bob Proctor, look him up. He is amazing. He really inspired me. His book, instrumental in I always said catalyst to the changes that I made. By just reading it, it wasn't about starting a business, dropping what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Going out there and starting a business. Not at all. I wasn't even on that vibration when I read Bob's book like that. He helped heal me so much, guys. Like seriously, at the change he made to my life, that book, what it brought at the right time. Shout out to my brother as well, because it was during lockdown. Going through my shit, imagine I wasn't really voicing it to anybody. But I remember my brother sent me a video of Bob Proctor, a YouTube video, and it just really made sense. It really connected because, like I said, I was at that state where I was looking for avenues like, how can I change my shit up? How can I start to feel better? think better. I knew it was somewhere in your mind, in yourself, that you had to access. But it was about doing it and staying on it and finding the right ways. So things were coming through like that. That's what I mean. I think it was as well universally aligned. Synchronicities, guys, which I'm all about that. Something else that we'll talk as we go on. That video my brother sent of Bob Proctor came at the right time because it really aligned. So much so that night I watched that video many times. And then I ordered a book, a Bob book, which is The Art of Living, guys. I'm going to put it out there. So Bob Proctor, The Art of Living. I'm going to do an episode where I'm touching on the books because there were other books that I read and accessed, learned about. Like I said, I looked into scripture, I looked into religion, strengthen my relationship with God. But what that took was just learning about the world, history, archaeology, even. And stay tuned with that as well, guys, because so many things to announce that are universally aligned, and I just can't believe it. Yeah, this is another moment, guys. So I was looking at scripture, learning about the world, religions, not just my background. I was looking at other religions, first scriptures, first ancient word, civilizations, history. Do you know what I mean? Not what we've been taught, the more underbelly of it all, guys. Even when I mentioned about the conspiracy theories, which ain't looking like that anymore, right? There is truth to it. So it's looking into that stuff, learning, not falling for that illusion anymore, really finding out what life is about, it's about giving meaning to your own life, finding meaning to life, enjoying it, seeing what it is all about out here, just trying to turn that outlook to life. So yeah, so it made me buy books. So straight away I bought that book and that was it. That I carry that book everywhere with me. I refer to it, I've read it so many times, but the way I've highlighted it, this page is actually coming out. It's so used. I got it in 2020, but I constantly refer to it. Like Bob Proctor himself says, which I just want to quickly raise, the benefit of having that, and that's what he did raise as well, because he made significant changes to his life. He ended up creating such an empire, a motivational leader, teacher, whatever you want to call it. So, beautiful, guys. The book is Art of Living. And there's highlights. At the time when I first read it, I was highlighting certain areas that really resonated. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work on this. Yes, yes. Really uplifted and really positive. It was giving me clarity. To now, when I read it from the changes, it's just a mind blowing. Like, honestly, I'm just like, thank you, God. Seriously, because I'm now reading it with a different perception to it, a different outlook to it, seeing me different, like, oh my gosh, at that time you were highlighting that, you had to address that area, work more towards that, think like that, to now where you've become that. That's your life now, Stat. You do feel like that, you do think like that, you try and have that outlook to life. Like, don't get me wrong, no one's perfect out here. Do you know what I mean? Through challenges, I do kind of slip up here and then. And that's what it's all about. That does happen. Whilst you're becoming who you're becoming and doing who you thought you were, becoming who you truly are, it's amazing. So do hone in. I'd advise that as well. Hone in on a book. But equally, it's important to raise books, what you look up, videos, podcasts, all that you learn, all that knowledge, that wisdom. There's only so much you can learn. It's about now what aligns with you. What will you apply to your own life? Pushing yourself to do that aligned action that comes with it. And what aligns with you. Because like I said, there is no right answer. It's what gives meaning to your life, what aligns with you, what gets you out there living a more purposeful life, that's soul aligned, that you feel more aligned with your whole intuitive guidance, you feel more at peace, you're manifesting better physically, you're better results, better relationships, you feel better within yourself, your moods improved, your energy, your health, you're in better, healthier relationships, you're pursuing passions, finding out what your passion is. A lot of people are lost there, don't know themselves enough, they don't know what their passion is. Even with the emotions that we said, like anger, shame, these emotions, they don't go anywhere. We still carry it with us. All these emotions are, do you know what I mean? So you're going to see these different sides. Those sides of you are going to be accessed, but it's kind of channeling them in a more positive way, in a more healthier way for you. So if you're, for instance, if you're feeling angry about certain situations, how you're looking at your life, how you're looking at situations, experiences, background, the past, childhood, upbringing, all that jazz, current situations, you're feeling angry, it's about redirecting that energy, channeling it in a more healthier, constructive, aligned way. Because that's what it's about as well. We're suppressing a lot out here, guys. As much as I've mentioned it before, we're holding a lot of that emotion in, storing it, stagnated energy. emotion, which is energy, and it has now been proven. People are now recognizing how holding that energy in those areas of it, nervous system being stuck in that survival mode, like women are more prone to. But a lot of that is because we're holding in that emotion. We're not expressing ourselves. We're not channeling. We're suppressing emotions such as anger, such as shame, that are eating away at us internally, that are then manifesting physically through illness, through sadness, through poor mood, through poor habits, poor health, symptoms, ailments, low energy, lack of energy, not good outlook on life. You feel like shit. You feel shit towards yourself. Your self-esteem's probably shot to pieces. Do you know what I mean? So it's about improving all that, guys, and taking certain avenues, applying daily actions, no matter how small you think they are. It's about applying them and building on them to help you get to that better stage, that better mindset, that better mental state, a better physical state, a better spiritual state, emotional state. It takes daily practices, applying it into your own life, seeing what aligns with you, but finding out who you truly are, confronting what you've been avoiding, anything that you've gone through, anything you dealt with, the way you're dealing with it. It's not bringing you joy. It's not giving you purpose. You're not feeling aligned. It's not giving you clarity. You just feel like shit. You got to know how you feel yourself, right? It's very individual to that person. And it's going to be down to your own reasons. And also, you're at your own level with it. Do you know what I mean? And the way it's come through. So always know that you're okay wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, whatever state you think you're in, just know that you're going to be okay. And there are ways that you can change your shit up, guys. Like really trusting yourself. That's why a lot of us avoiding ourselves because you're not trusting in yourself to do that. And you've really got to kind of overcome that. And if you're scared, angry about it, whatever, then do it in that way. Do it in that angry way. Do it in a sad way. Do it in a fearful way. Be scared and still do it. Just trust in yourself. Find that. Do that. Step into that. And when you do step into that, like honestly, the universe has your back. And the way you'll know is you'll get that message, you'll get that feeling, a thought will be downloaded, you'll gain some clarity, no matter how small you think that changes you're making, stepping into it, trusting yourself, facing what you're avoiding. Clarity will come. Like I said before, I always mention it, and that's how it is, guys. As soon as you make that one step, that first step, the progress that comes from it, the growth, that feeling you even get from it, forget about how big that growth, that progress is. Don't measure it like that, what you can see physically, what's in front of you. It's how you feel. And then you get that self sense of achievement that you feel proud of yourself that did it. But when you go through that journey, making these changes, like, it ain't going to be pretty, guys. You are going to be in the fucking trenches, and that's the truth. But just know that you got it and be surrounded by people that are going to support you on that type of path when you're confronting yourself in that way. Find that right support around you. It's going to help support you and guide you, not dictate to you, just sit with you and just hear it. Sometimes people just want that. They just want someone to hear it and know that you're not alone. To be in those spaces, guys, to help you overcome your shit. Don't be going through shit, supporting other people on their shit. Yeah, just about sitting with that next person and helping them and wanting to. And if you don't, like people that practice this, what I do, how I'm trying to help our clients reconnect with them going forward. There are a lot of people in my field, a lot of people doing what I'm doing that aren't really doing what they're doing. Do you know what I mean, guys? So I'm very protective of that, of the practice itself, like I voiced before, but equally of people. I'm all about the people and the sadness that they may be going through, the sorrow, the suffering they're putting themselves through, pain, shame, guilt, blame, anger. They're looking for hope. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for support. I've met many, do you know what I mean? On their journeys that are looking for that. And you can see that they're looking for that. So when they are accessing spaces for healing, for guidance, reassurance, where it's offering them to connect with themselves, try and clear out old habits, old ways of thinking, try and undo that conditioning. People are looking for ways to do that, for support in that. But there are people that say that they offer that, but really ain't doing that, guys. Like I'm telling you, it's quite sad because you're seeing people being taken advantage of. And let's be honest, people are being used as fucking fodder out here. And I'm just not about that life. There's very vulnerable people out here, vulnerable, that are looking for that hope, that support, that guidance. They just haven't been able to voice it. They're looking for that safe space, that trusted space to be able to voice it. That trusted space to be able to take that on and hold space for that person and let them know that they've been listened to, they've been heard, and they're seen. Do you know what I mean? not to give out advice even. Some people don't want that. They don't want your advice even, man. Some people just want to be listened to. The guys listening, watching, just really find that space and just be reassured that there are people around you. That's the good thing. Reach out. You are going to find people around you. The more you think like that and know that you want that for yourself, that slowly will come into your reality. It's like I mentioned before, you are in control of your thoughts, guys, but there is a lot to it. There's a whole kind of process to it all, which we will go through. But just know that it's achievable. You can do it. Don't think that you're stuck in your stitch and that's it now, life going forward, or feeling bad on yourself, or regret, or shitty about yourself. That you've done something to yourself, like a disservice. I've had conversations like that with people, guys. People are feeling bad, or it's too late in their life, or really hating and blaming on themselves. Don't do that. Like, seriously, don't do that to yourself. That's not what life is all about. We've all been there. So I love that people are coming together that have overcome their challenges and still overcoming. The challenges don't like stop. They're the challenges that we go through, currently going through, that we will go through. But it's about having those tools now to be able to know how to deal with it, be around the right spaces, places, people, have the right conversations, consume the right diet, right knowledge, consume that right positive input in order for you to kind of give out that better output. Have that better output for yourself. So whether that's through your health, whether that's through your well-being, whether that's working on relationships, like I said, whether that's wanting better for yourself, your own personal life, personal goals, things that you wanted to achieve, whether there's hobbies you want to pursue, whether you're looking for a purpose, you want to be aligned to something. The job's not kind of jobbing for you anymore. Where you are, wherever you're doing, where you're at, where you're working, it's just not doing its thing anymore. Or you're in a situation where you do want a job. People are not in work, struggling to find that. Put out to voluntary work, people that want to give back more to their communities. Anything you want to do that's going to bring you joy, your own individual life. So as much as we have life experiences, relationships along the way, our responsibilities, memories, that's what it's all about, right? Life is just that, a collection of memories, guys. So make them good ones as much as you can. It's also about your own individual path as well, your own individual soul purpose, what you've come here to do. To be aligned with that as well, never lose that or think that that's not you anymore. You have this new identity of being a parent, of being a bloody partner, being a sister, a mother, a whatever. Do you know what I mean? And having these responsibilities, these expectations that you think from others. Don't do that. Really be aligned with what you want out here. And don't be afraid either to step out there and try something new. Like be in those spaces where people are really going to support that and embrace that and all about that and not mock it. A lot of people what they want to pursue stuff, but they're in spaces where people are like, "Oh, you don't want to do that. Why do you want to do that for?" And that can really put a person off, man. So guys, if you're in those situations and you really want to do something for you, why not? You want to try it. That's what life is all about. A whole journey to create, play, have fun, experience life for what it is. Go through all those emotions, challenges included. It's all about life experience and just having freaking fun out here and just going through this whole beautiful process, this whole human experience, what we call life. Do it, honestly. So really push yourself, whatever it is that you want to do out there, really do it. You owe it to yourself, no matter how small it is or how silly you think it is. Really do that. You don't even need to do something big and out there like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not about even that. Even if you just want to be more at peace, you want to strengthen a relationship, you want to kind of come out of a relationship, you want to build more relationships, you want to kind of change current spaces you're in. You want to become more confident in yourself. You want to improve on your health, your well-being. You want to kind of check out some experiences that you've seen online or something you've seen something you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind trying out. Hairstyle. Something you want to do, like I said about decorating your vessel, guys. Stay safe out there. But however way you want, express yourself. We are expressive beings as well. You've got to remember that. To express yourself. A lot of us feel stagnated, stuck in the mud, because we're lacking that expansion to ourselves, to who we are. We're lacking that soul expansion. And that's what I learned as well. The reason why I hit my rock bottom and felt the way I did for many years, looking back on life and all that jazz, stuck in the mud, thinking that this is life now going forward, really unhappy, not at peace, not joy, not experiencing it, wearing a mask, all that. Especially having good experiences. Of course, it's some amazing ones. It's not about this. It's not like we're living like this hard knock life in that way. But it's just very surface level. There was something nudging at me. So as much as great experiences, like I said, there was things that had impacted me that was slowly eating away. I was holding a lot of emotionally me through situations, circumstances. I went in the right spaces. Survival mode, aren't we? We're in that survival mode. We're not putting ourselves at ease. Nervous system, putting ourselves at rest, ease, those areas where we're feeling tension, we can feel it physically. Your body records everything, right? And your body is key. So it's about being more in sync with your body and recognizing that, recognizing where the emotion is, where the tension is, this feelings you're feeling, why you're feeling the way you are. It's about locating that, honing in on that and addressing it and overcoming it and finding, like I said, healthier outlets of releasing it. It's all about that as well. These emotions that we suppress, getting to the root cause of stuff as well and finding a way to release it. Because that's it is as well part of raising your vibration is finding a way to release your emotions, things that are weighing on your mind. How I mentioned before, journaling, that's a great thing. I think as well, a great starting point to do that. Just to jot it down where you are, where you feel you are, what you're going through. Just to have it documented somewhere. Even if you voiced it, like I said before, guys, I did a video of me voicing it. I did a video of myself. Like, hi guys, I feel like I had to do it. I felt compelled to do it. It wasn't about that life. So, but something compelled me to do that. So whatever way, if journaling's not for you, if writing's not your thing, that's all good. Just find a way to express it, voice it. A dictaphone I've also used in the past, where I voice my stuff. That really helps. Do videos to yourself, dictaphone, record it, release it in some way where it's off your mind, it's off your vibration. You read as well with your brain, when we sometimes have issues and trauma, we're not confronting stuff, we're not facing stuff, we're suppressing a lot. Your brain in itself then is seeing a lot of this as unresolved. So you're going to constantly then be thinking about it. It's going to be weighing on your mind. You're going to have those running thoughts, those hindering thoughts, thoughts that are not serving you any purpose. So at the same time, you're thinking these negative thoughts about your situations, how you're feeling, your situations, how you are. You can change that into positive. And it's hard to do, it really is, because they're used to those negative. But as much as you're able to bring a negative thought to the situation, you could bring a positive thought to you guys. Never forget that. And it's one or the other. It really is. Like I said, it's a process, it takes practice to get into that routine, that alignment of being aware of your thoughts, to be able to recognize a negative thought, feeling a negative emotion, locate it, find the root of it, and find ways to channel it differently, find ways to release it. And it's all about having those tools to do that. And key is, guys, wherever you think you are with your life as well, where you currently are, because as much as we feel like we want more out of life, we're looking at life stuck in the mud the way it is. Gratitude, guys, gratitude is the best attitude. Like I said it before, it's as hard as it is with what we go through, the challenges, sometimes it's kind of difficult to see the positive in some of our situations, right? But that is key, guys. It really is. And when you really look into your life, what you're going through, you'll have so much to be grateful for, so much good you'll find in each situation. And that is part of it, finding the goodness in everything. And that's going to help you elevate and get you to that better state, get you to that beautiful state, no matter what you're going through. That's going to help. And it takes practice, guys. So like I said, it will seem a bit foreign to do to begin with, but practice, practice, and slowly as well. It's not like you're practicing and you won't see any progress. In time, each time you're gaining that clarity, and then it will come to you. So as much as you're kind of able to download and obtain these negative thoughts, soon you'll get yourself in such a way of thinking that positive thoughts will be able to drift in. And you'll be aware of that as well. And you'll be able to access it and lead with that. And then that's when your aligned action will come through as well. And then you'll see a change. You'll change your thoughts, a change in your emotions. You'll find yourself more actionable then with the way you're thinking. You'll want to pursue stuff. You'll get ideas. You'll get ideas with that clarity that will come through ideas. It will just be a feeling. It will feel right. And then you'll feel right enough to take that aligned action. And then when you see the progress from that aligned action, that will make you want to carry on. So it's rinse and repeat from there, 100%. But like I said, it's not easy. You're undoing a lot of shit, facing a lot of shit, confronting a lot of shit, taking ownership of a lot of your shit. So be mindful of that and be prepared for that. Like with support, people that you knew, that version of you, you're now aligning with, you're attracting different people. And I must admit as well, so like I said, a lot of self-reflection I've been going through. There have been challenges that I have faced, there have been kind of just experiences, like I said, situations, a lot of plot twists, a lot of realizations, a lot of things that I need to work on myself to kind of come through better. A lot of being aware of my own boundaries, a lot of voicing them as well. Delivery may not have been the greatest, guys, when I have had these, tried to have these kind of conversations. The way I've come through hasn't been the greatest. I have been kind of very consulty with people, and it's not an excuse. Like, I've been going through challenges, we all do, right? It's not an excuse. It doesn't mean you go out there and be an arsehole to anybody. Not that I have been, but like I said, just kind of expectations, I think. And I've just learned to drop expectations from people and realize people are going through their own shit. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. But something that I have to learn myself and not have those expectations from others. So as much as I'm a giver, I love giving in that sense. And I always will be. Like, I'm always about that. I have empathy. I love to give to those. Their vibe is different. But I think what I give to people, to friendships, I'm still trying to build my tribe out here as well, guys. Align with people that truly get it on that vibration, because it's all about that. And that's the only way you can elevate yourself and push yourself. That's a very important factor, to be around those right people. So when you think that you have, or you get excited, and then you have expectations, or they're going to be going through their own shit. So I have to be mindful of that. And my delivery may not be the greatest, but it is always love up here with people, and I genuinely want people to know that. And it's through those challenges, like I said, these experiences, realizations, they're all lessons, right? And you just learn from it and move differently going forward. And that's all you can do, really. And that's what life's about. You just kind of learn from it and move different. And one of these challenges that you go through and that you learn along the way, it just kind of builds you up, builds your character up, builds your resilience, your awareness going forward. So you've always got to kind of appreciate, as much as the shitty at the time, these challenges and these kind of interactions, shitty at the time, what you go through, it's all for the higher purpose, it's all for your highest good. And I'm all about that. So you kind of have to go through it for a while. There's always a reason behind it or a lesson to be learned. And when I do come out of it, come out of that kind of fire, that challenge, whatever it is, um, I do notice that. I realize that. And I feel it in myself. I have that better clarity. I feel more stronger. Because that's another thing as well, guys. When I did my podcast, as I was approaching 40, and just in life in general, the changes that I made, how shocked I was that I had the capability to do it, and the changes I was seeing, like reaching 40 and being able now to be in sync with my body and see these positive changes. Like I said, like, and where I am now, it was to get to my fittest, like my strongest mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I announced that on the start of the podcast. And that was kind of the journey I'm on, have been on, and feel that in all those areas. So it's crazy at the time. So as much as I was naive, obviously, like the training aspect, the fitness side to it, where I was going with my specific goals and not by reaching that, but never say never, guys. I'm not one to give up. So just know that that is going to all be coming. But I just didn't realize it would take as long as it would. And other things took priority. So I just couldn't give that time to it. So in order to get those specific goals to do with your body, like fitness, where I want to go with it, you need to have that commitment, like proper commitment. Like, I've done my due diligence in that way. And with what I'm doing, all the kind of challenges life be life and out here, other responsibilities, do you know what I mean? Parent as well. Your own responsibilities in that, family responsibilities, all that jazz. I couldn't dedicate that time, that commitment. And it just didn't work out that whole way I wanted to go with it. And it just didn't end up the way I thought it was going to end up. But it's all good. It's just where it's going to go forward now. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, which I just kind of like, oh, I'll let you know when it happens, but it is happening. So just stay tuned for that as well. The whole point of it was, and I honestly am like, I set out to pursue that, to get to my strongest in life, like physically. And that's ongoing. That's through life. The more you work on yourself, the more that gets enhanced. So you become more physically strong. And I think as well, I'm showing it one through my fitness physically. I'm at my fittest, strongest, awareness with it as well. My knowledge as well is at its strongest. Of course, loads to learn. We never stop learning in that sense. But my physical element, my mental element, like I want to get to my strongest mentally as well. Bloody hell, I'll be able to tackle challenges and all that jazz. Everything I'm going through, like my business, setting it up, creating it, changing, transitioning, all these changes, podcasts, everything, pushing myself, working on my own personal goals, work, business, but life in itself, relationships, all that jazz. That in itself is strengthening me massively mentally. Like this skills I've gained. Like I know myself that I'm massively mentally strong. Do you know what I mean? And my mental performance and stuff is massively improved, and my capabilities, and my trust, and my belief in myself is massively improved. So as well as physical performance, mental performance, man. Oh, so much more obviously to learn and grow from. I know myself that, oh, we Sati, well done, badass. And we should do that. We should praise ourselves. And I think I haven't been doing that enough, not to be egotistical about it or anything like that. Um, but I'm very hard on myself. So I think a lot of that, this journey as well as what you learn is just patience and all that. A lot of it is as well to go easy on ourselves. I'm very guilty of that at times. I can be very hard on myself. And yeah, so I'm trying to embrace and appreciate my progress, my results, my look back on all that I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Especially as you kind of looking at stuff that aren't it yet. Like I said, I'm being more patient with shit. I should also embrace and look at my progress and all that I'm achieving and all that I have achieved. Of course, there's failures along the way. That's part of life. Do you know what I mean? But with those, deal with it, whatever. Latest losers. It's not about that. It's how you grow from each those experiences, what you gain from it, how you strengthen yourself as a person. Oh, it's just amazing. And then spiritually, of course, I feel like I've strengthened, I've enhanced for my own self as well. It's not to be out here to be like, it's not for anybody else. It's not for that validation for anybody else either. It's for your own like achievements and being like, oh, whoa, wait, guys, if we really work on ourselves, there's a way we can really elevate ourselves, enhance ourselves. If we tap into this knowledge that we don't really trust in or we seem to be as bloody woo-woo and all that jazz, just never know that bloody medium. We've got to change that. So nothing woo-woo about this, guys. Accessing yourself, like tapping into what's within the process for sure. You're going to be trialing, accessing, tapping into areas, parts of your mind, parts of your way of thinking, parts of yourself. Challenge yourself that ways you never have. Confront yourself in ways that you never ever have before. So it's all about that. But this in itself, you become resilient, you trust in yourself. It's almost like you know yourself. You just know yourself. You're very confident. You have this inner confidence. You don't really care about anyone's opinion anymore. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Honestly, so spiritually, I feel like with my own personal journey, what I went through, strengthening that, but also emotionally as well. This path has taught me to start getting rid of any of these emotions. And then all of a sudden, we're out here now, like happy days, all that jazz, positive vibes, like we'd have no challenges. Not at all, guys. Because there's sometimes where you will need your anger, you will need your emotional sadness. That will be released, and it should be released, but just in healthier ways, or ways that are going to align with you, bring you to peace, channeling it through better, healthier channels. It's all about that, guys. Because these emotions, they're all going to be with us. They're part of us. It's not like changing you and not accessing that part of you because it's within us all. So as much as we have, of course, this light, a bright side to us, there is also that dark side. That sounded like a psycho out here. But look it up, guys, with what I'm saying. It's about all the emotions, who we are as a whole being. It's about being accepting of that and aligning with that and coming through with that and being aware of who you consciously are and what you project and your emotions and your capabilities and how you channel it. So I hope that makes sense to people. This is how I consciously now go through life with this intention. So amazing things along the way. And I remember voicing that. That was part of my reason as well in my podcast. I want to get to my strongest physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And I really feel like I'm on that path, guys. And I feel so proud of myself for doing it, even through blips, challenges along the way that would normally bloody impact me in such a way that I would have relapsed and stayed in that state. Oh, but the challenges I've gone through, I've seen them differently. I have no fear of them anymore. I expect them in that way, and I'm okay with them. I confront them. I'm ready for them. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So it's all about that. Um, yeah. So you learn so much about yourself and what you're capable of, what you can overcome, what you can carry. Don't trust ourselves in this. It's beautiful. You learn so much about yourself and all about yourself, flaws and all, which I have mentioned, flaws and all, guys. And it's about that. It's not about changing that either. It's about accepting you for who you are, how you are, and who you are as a being. All those parts of you, parts that you were probably avoiding, ashamed of, embarrassed of, trying to change, trying to kind of dim the light on. It's about not doing that. It's about coming together and accepting you as a whole, who you are, flaws and all, that side to you where you can get, like me personally. There's a reason why I get called cat beer sometimes because I can kind of hit that level with anger. Those that know me know that I'm not out here intentionally trying to hurt anybody at all. I lead with love. I consciously try and do that. But there are times where people are going to see other sides to me, and it's more assertive, more confrontational, but not in a way where it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not productive. It's to help. Times where I have to be assertive, like people are very multifaceted. I think as more I learn about myself, the more I'm learning all these different qualities you have to yourself, who you are as a being. You learn that you're multifaceted, so you have different versions of yourself. So I do have that soft approach. I'm very loving, giving, empathetic to others, like I said, but I am also that side to me that I've had to build and be. And you have to align with that part of you, because that response that you have to towards others, how you have to deal with certain situations, it's your body's own response to it, to have your own back. Honestly, so you have to kind of push out with these emotions sometimes, be more assertive in situations, be more honest. And it's not to be confronted, like I said, it's just you see something, you say something. It's kind of one of those. Sometimes you're not always going to get it. It's not been received great. Like I said, maybe my delivery is not the greatest. That may come through where people kind of receive it in the wrong way. But it's all with love, guys. All with love, like honestly. There will be sides, and those sides of you are necessary to come out in certain situations. I must admit in business, how I've noticed how bloody ruthless it is, guys. That's another realization in this whole world. I must admit, I was very much wearing rose tinted glasses in this bloody world, but I've realized, oh, bloody hell, we're not in Kansas anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore, guys. But now it is. I'm pushing myself where I need to, and it's all for your great good. Those that know me will know that. Maybe those getting to know me probably received it too soon. Got too comfy in a few situations. So I do apologize to anybody out there. Like I said, it is all that great and good because I care so much. I care about the person in front of me to be doing that to. I've been hurt in a way where it's bothered me. Do you know what I mean? I like to voice it. Like I said, it hasn't been received great. Maybe it's my delivery. But just know, guys, anybody listening, watching that may have been impacted by the cat fear in me. Shout out to my mum for giving me that name. But it is what it is. It's just like I said, channeling it better. There are sides to us that we do have, that we do all have. And do you know what I mean? That's the human condition. We are going to have these emotions. It's not about suppressing any emotion because you can't. It's about kind of managing it better, channeling it better, getting creative with it, express it in a healthier way and through a healthier outlet. You hear people of expressing it through art, creation. That's all it's about, guys. You have to express it through creation. And that's what it's all about. We're creators out here, and I love it. And I've slowly learned that. And I now use that going forward, getting others to be able to be aware that they can create that in their life as well. And this is what I mean, guys. It's all about that self realization, doing that self work on me. Because really, this journey in life is to do with yourself, really. Do you know what I mean? All those relationships that you build and all that jazz, and how you see situations, your perception, your perspectives, they are always going to be your own. But I just wanted to put it out there as well. So, like I said, with those plot twists that have happened and realization as well of the reality of people, that's why it's very important to be in the right spaces with the right people, guys. Because let's be honest, people be peopling out here. A lot of people are pretending. A lot of people aren't who they say they are, face value. Do you know what I mean? Subliminally, passive aggressive. Like, do you know what I mean? You're seeing all that, recognizing that in people. It's all about honesty. So finding people that are going to be honest with you and support you. So as much as course I've been out here being, I've also had people out here, yeah, being not the greatest, which is all good. We're not going to align with everybody. It's not about that. It's about finding that tribe on your vibe. It's a real thing. So even with people that don't get what I'm saying, what I do, what I deliver, what I'm out here expressing my message, what I'm trying to get through to people, not everybody is going to get it. And that's okay. And I felt that, received that, and I'm all okay with that. But it's crazy because years ago, it probably would have bothered me. Oh, wow, I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. But now I really don't care, guys. When you've worked on yourself so much and know yourself so much, I'm really getting to that now. I think as well, when you get older, you go through life experiences, you kind of gain that natural wisdom, know what you want for yourself and know more about yourself. I just don't care. And that in itself feels so liberating, like honestly. And those that do get me, know me, and I'm okay with that. Do you know what I mean? But I can't even worry about that anymore. With what I want to do, I'm really kind of honing who I am. It's bringing me that confidence. Like I said, guys, the podcast in itself, just with all that I'm doing, the amazing people that are connected with the opportunities, what I'm doing now, being able to practice these new skills, what I do. how I can help clients reconnect with themselves and take more that deeper level. So as much as, like I said, it's the practical skills, we're looking at diet changes, improvements in your diet, as in nutrition, but overall diet with what you're consuming. It's also lifestyle changes, improving that aspect, movement, improving energy levels. It's also now that inner work as well, so on that deeper level. But like I said, guys, all that I do, core of my niche offerings and all that I do now, I work with clients and groups, people going forward. Check out more of my websites and you'll be able to find out more information on what I do on there. And that would be really good if you did do that. I did just want to say, so we're back on the socials as well. The support that I've been given, like I said, thank you guys. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. And guys, as well, never forget, you can always reach out to the email address that me and Kiki have set up. Even speak on Kiki as well, man. A beautiful sis as well is going through her own challenges, but all good in the hood. She's got it. She's a badass. We all are out here. And she will be on shortly with her episode. And she even said as well that she wants to be able to talk about it, express what she's going through. And I'm all about that. And I think it'll be really good for other people to hear it, to learn, to resonate, to connect. Do you know what I mean? To reassure them if they may be going through anything. But yeah, more on that going forward. But yeah, just shout out to my beautiful sis out there, Kiki. I love you. Just stay strong and God's got you always. And you've got you and know that. To anybody listening, watching, know that for yourself. God's got you, you've got you. Just know that whatever any changes you want to make in your life, just know that you've got this and trust in you. You can do it and trust in you to do it and just take that first step and find that courage. Do it in any way you can. Angry, scared, whatever, just do it. Find that space. If you can't find that support, just know that you've got this. And this is what I want to do with the podcast. Try and be that outlet, be someone to hear these words. That helps somebody, then that would be massive as well, just to help that next person. And that's what it's all about. Just coming together whilst we're all out here on this beautiful rock at the same time. Let's come together better more, raise the vibration, right? So the email address that we have set up, and use it, guys. Use it as an outlet if you wanted some reassuring words, if you wanted some advice, if you need to signpost him, if you wanted to get into contact with a previous guest or anything like that. If you wanted support, if you wanted to be signposted to any professional services or anyone that's come on the podcast with the amazing things that they offer, then please do get in touch, guys. The core aura podcast at gmail.com. And just know that it's there for you. It has been created. Me and Kiki have put that together purely for the podcast to help out anyone that may be in need. If you wanted that support, if you wanted that outlet, just drop some words, just to release anything like that, or would like further help, then please do get in touch. And like I always say, if it's out of our remit, we will work with you to get you to that next step, to get you to that support that you truly need. And just know that you've got this no matter what. And reach out local to you. This is what I mean. The way the podcast is progressing, growing, evolving to what it is. I never thought I'd be conversing, communicating with other people that have gone through their own personal change, that are willing to be vulnerable and share it to help that next person. What beautiful souls, man. Like, how beautiful is this? And very reassuring in humanity. There's still hope, guys. There's still hope out there. But it's about that, isn't it? Coming together and really pushing it out there, this positivity, this good vibes, this love. Let's spread it. Let's put it out there. Let's support one another. Be kind to one another. And put our differences to a side and just help out where we can, right? Whatever generation, whether it's the elder generation, the younger generation, aunts, uncles, do you know what I mean? My era, let's come together, guys. Let's change it up out here. And I think that's why I did the Akashic Records as well, which I'll go more into. And the reason why I did it, though, is a lot of it is generational. A lot of it is generational healing. So a lot of it is going into that. So I use it, what I've learned, what I've applied and learned and helped heal in my own journey, to help and guide that next person. Because what I'm doing, the practices that I offer, what I've studied, what I've learned, guys, it's accessible to everybody. It's not like anybody has the magic key or access to anything, not at all. It's just getting into the right outlook, raising your own vibration, going through your own healing path, aligning with yourself. It's here accessible to all, guys. But it's just tapping into that knowledge and wanting to as well, and seeking that knowledge. Whatever it is that we're out here seeking is seeking you, and know that, guys. And that nudging away at you, that intuitive guidance, gut feeling, that coulda, woulda, shoulda thought. That where you go to somebody and you come back and you're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have gone. I had a feeling about that. That feeling, that what we're talking about, that's soul guidance. That's your intuitive guidance. So it's about working on that and enhancing that and trusting in that. Discernment. Okay, it's about raising your awareness to your surroundings, creating boundaries, healthy boundaries, not about cutting anyone off or anything like that or blocking. Do you know what I mean? Although I have been in the habit, have been in the past, but I'm trying to learning out here. Do you know what I mean? It's all about that. Nobody's perfect. So it's about healthy boundaries. So yeah, I hope that's helped, guys. I've kind of been a bit all over the place, gone off on many tangents maybe. So I do apologize. But this heat wave, see, this heat wave is not helping because it's kind of sending me brain fog everywhere. I feel drained, but I did just think I want to come back on. I want to say we're back. We're out here now with new services, amazing things to happen, amazing things to announce. So please do keep an eye on our socials as well, and call or Instagram, Facebook. Now that I've sorted that out as well, I've had a whole fucking palaver with that. Like I said, social media is not my vibe at all. So thank you for those that have come through and helped me to get where it's going to and where it's getting, taking the reins off it a bit myself. Do you know what I mean? And people that I've met through networking, delays as well with guests. It's been about that. Life been out here, everybody, and that's okay. Okay, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's about we've come together. We've got some amazing episodes to come, amazing people to come as well. It's great stuff, and some announcements shortly going forward in the community, and it will all kind of marry up as we go along. And just my progress, what I offer now, studying who I'm becoming, guys, overcoming. It's just been an amazing journey, like honestly, and you really find that out about yourself. You feel more confident as well. And that was the thing that at the start of my journey, like I said, guys, confidence is something that I've had to learn along the way, or work more on, or uncover more. We have it at the start. So I've had to really tap into that and work on that. And I feel the more I work on myself and my own personal growth, inner growth, it naturally brings you this confidence. And I'm feeling it. I really am. All that I'm going through, all that I voice about here, all the challenges and learning to be patient and trusted in divine timing, which I'm all about. It's all about that. It's very much God led. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I just got to trust in it. So I just thought challenges along the way, this break as well. It's been amazing. All that I'm doing going forward, all that to announce. But don't get me wrong, there's been challenges, plenty currently still as well, but it's all about overcoming it and just remaining in that beautiful state and knowing nothing is permanent and nothing stays the same, right? And there's always going to be change. So however you're feeling, no matter how low you think and you think it's the end of the world, like you go through it, right? You really kind of absorb those emotions and really live them through, sit with them, do what you got to do, but just don't stay in it. That's the point. That's the thing. That's how we've evolved and grow from it, is that we have now tools to move on from it and have that realization, that awareness that you're not your thoughts, you're not that emotion, you're not what you're bringing to the table that's making you feel the way you do. That is not you. Woo! Quite a lyrical gangster. I told you guys. Told you. Let's just put it out there, guys. Whatever you're feeling, times are hard for everybody. Cost of living, hearing of people's experiences, it's not just what we've been through. Current climate, it's not the greatest, right? Yeah. So a lot of shit going on, but just stay strong out there, guys. Find your tribe on that vibe that are all about growing, evolving, supporting, helping others, supporting yourself, supporting others, consuming that good shit, right? High vibrational. Let's avoid the low vibration and spend that time with yourself. Get to know yourself. Have your own back. Like you'll find it so fun. Have that first conversation with yourself and have no fear. And just remember that. So, guys, I hope this podcast has been useful. I thought it'd just be good to come on here to say we're back, guys. I do apologise for looking a bit like a sweaty Betty out here. I do hope the quality as well. It's not the greatest, but we've just got to go with it, roll with it. And the weather ain't helping. So hopefully the quality has improved as well as I evolve with the podcast, as much as it's growing like with guests and where it's evolving in that sense, people coming on and growing it, community getting involved, people coming on, guests. I'm hoping for an improvement as well with the editing, with quality. I know my equipment's kind of 2008 currently still, but that is going to change. It will change. It's all about that. Hopefully you've seen changes in my whole editing skills, because I must admit I'm really proud of that as well. That has been a bloody nightmare at times, and I sometimes can't believe when I am doing it or I see something that I've produced and created, I'm like, bloody hell, I've put that together. That's amazing. Do you get that sense of achievement? Like you feel proud. Like years ago, I told you guys, podcast, me doing a bloody podcast, like that wasn't on my vibration at all. So as much as I've been kind of messed up with my lighting in the past, I'm hoping that's improved as well. So trying to not look so much like Casper the bloody ghost out here, as much as I was like, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be different, many different versions I have been, right? I think that is down to my lashes as well. So, oh, bloody hell, I'm being very mindful of that now going forward. But I'm hoping the light stitches change because before, like I said, bloody hell, some of the episodes I was out here like bloody Casper the Ghost. I like Casper the Ghost. So I didn't want to come through as that. I'm a kind of cinnamon queen here. So I thought, oh, bloody hell, better let people know. So yeah, the lighting has now been hopefully improved going forward. But it's all about that, isn't it? Making little improvements here and there and looking at it because there are some points, parts of my podcast, even listening to that first series of my podcast, I'm listening back like, oh, bloody hell's that? Bloody hell, you come across kind of creature. So I get why people are saying it. Even now with how I come across, I get it. I'm very aware of the fact how I come through. It's not going to be on everyone's vibe. That's all good. I'm all about that. I'm very accepting of that. And there used to be a time where I probably would have been bothered about that, but now I bloody don't, and I don't really care. And I've met many people, attracted many people that get it. So I'm very confident in that going forward, but just really mindful. And I want to put it out there as well for other people to do the same measures. Do you know what I mean? It's all about advising, guiding, reassuring, helping that next person. I'm all about that. Where it's going, seeing the growth, it's just like unbelievable. I just think, thank you. Thank you for those people coming through, trusting in it and agreeing and trusting with what I'm doing as well, really aligning with what I do. I really appreciate that. The people that come through, that have come through, that are about to as well. Just thank you, seriously. So, guys, again, so the email address, thecourtaurapodcast@gmail.com. As usual, I will have it all along here. But just get in touch for that support, that guidance, advice, whatever you need is there for you. If you want to come on as a guest, if you want to uplift, if you want to share your story, if you want to use this as an outlet to voice something, you are in a trusted space. Just know that, guys. And we're here only to elevate you, inspire you, and help you get to that better place. And just know that. And yeah, so like I said, guys, just thank you. Thank you all again for the support and all listening, watching. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I just look forward to what's to come, guys. It's really exciting times. And anybody out there, if you want to be part of that, come on, spread it, let's expand it, let's grow it. And please do get in touch. The courtaurapodcast@gmail.com. But in the meantime, guys, just know that you've got it. Better times are coming. Go for it. Whatever you're feeling, go out there and live your best freaking life, man. It's all about that. Do it. Whatever you want to do, go out there, push yourself and do it. Even if you've got to do it on your own, do it. Honestly, get that inner fulfillment for yourself, that inner joy, that inner happiness, because that's what it's all about, right? But I'll leave it there, guys. Just thank you and take care of yourselves, honestly, and just be out here proud, find that support, whether that's professional or social. Have those conversations, those honest conversations, express those emotions, find those safe outlets to do it. Just don't suppress, don't suffer on your own, and know that you're not alone, guys. And all your capabilities, it's within you. And just always trust in your badass self, right? Just know that. And if you're out here living life fulfilled, happy, joyful, that's what it's all about. Then well done to you and good on you. And let's be out here pushing other people to do the same, right? Woo! Take care out here, guys. Stay safe out here. Stay well. Stay cool. Hydrated. Especially in this bloody heat wave. Spread nothing but love out here. Kindness, support. Live that life for you as well. So as much as we're out here doing it for others, make sure you're doing it for yourself as well. Because it starts from there. Just know that you've got it. Better times are coming. Just stay strong. Find that support. Take that first move. Have no fear. You're going to be all good. I love you. And just take care out here. You beautiful, beautiful beings. Woo!